This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic.
Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another podcast. I'm coming to you from a chilly autumn day here in Colorado. I'm all bundled up. Been running the space heater this morning. It's not so cold that I need to turn on the heater yet, but it's chilly enough in the mornings to where I am freezing. I run cold anyway, so it's around that time of year, but it's going to be okay. And it's actually getting to where I need to wear a jacket to the gym in the morning, but I've been in denial, I suppose. I just get in my car and run to the gym because I just don't want to wear a jacket because I'm in denial about the winter months. But soon enough, I'll give in and I'll get my jacket. And my gym has been so crowded, unbelievably crowded. I don't know if a lot of people switch to my gym, but it's crazy because I go so early in the morning, and I do that because I'm a morning person and also because I don't like crowds and I don't want to have to wait for equipment. And all of a sudden, many people have the same idea as mine, but I've watched these waves come in and out of the gym, so we'll wait it out and see what happens. In any case, that's what's going on here, and let's go into the topic for today. And I know the title could be a little triggering. It's not always about you. That the ego doesn't like to hear that. But this title is coming in, and I thought the title, again, it kind of gave me a chuckle because I know it could be a little bit triggering. However, this is something that I learned almost 20 years ago, and it is that you as the soul came here and you have contracted with other people. So before you came into this body, you have made contracts with people to help the soul development of yourself and of others. And sometimes we go through things because we agreed to go through it to show someone else the way. And I know that can sound bizarre, but I remember learning this. I was part of a church, and this church, the message came through, and I was thinking about it. And at the time, I was in the middle of a divorce, a messy divorce. Neither of the people, when I did go through a divorce, wanted the divorce. And so it was me initiating. It was me pushing it forward. It was me paying. It was me doing all these things. And I was in the middle of a divorce with my daughter's father, who also didn't care for her and was absent in her life and didn't want to pay child support and did the bare minimum or less. I was right smack dab in the middle of this and trying to fight him just to get out of the thing. And this message came forward, and I sat with it for a minute, kind of forgot about it. And then lo and behold, a few months later, a friend of mine came to me and said her husband was also cheating and she was going to have to go through a divorce, and she didn't think she could get through it. And I was able to provide her a step-by-step guide on how I got through this thing. And I realized in that moment, bingo, because I'm strong enough to walk through it, because I'm strong enough to make these decisions, not that it's not difficult, but because I am willing to follow the path, because I have moral courage, because I am not going to sit in a situation like that is detrimental to both me and my child, I'm not going to do it. And so because I'll claw my way out of it, I can now save someone else the grief, save someone else the time, and be a lighthouse for them in a time of their sincere need and in a time of their devastation. And this can go on with anything in your life. And sometimes it really isn't about us. What if you made a contract with someone? In my instance, maybe it could be some karma that I'm clearing from another lifetime with my daughter's father, who, and for her as well, because he's been absolutely awful with her as well. Just overpromises, never delivers, constant disappointment, lies to her, doesn't want to support her, doesn't want to help her, all those things. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. But on the other hand, she's had me, and I've been a wonderful mother to her, and she's been incredibly blessed. In spite of all that, she's still been blessed, and there's lessons for her to have to learn. And I was explaining to her that everyone has something they have to work on and learn. And I don't know the big picture, because if we knew how things were going to turn out in the moment, we probably would make a different choice, but we don't know. So if we don't know and we're following our intuition, in that case, I negated my intuition. I overrode it because I was young and didn't have the courage or the recognition of my intuition at that time. I think I've shared about that in a previous podcast. However, even that is guided because our lives are guided. And so if we knew, we would make a different choice. We didn't know. So we're going through something that we must go through to get to the other side. And there's always something that we can learn. And so I was telling her, what if the three of us, before we came in this life, made this contract like, okay, well, you're going to treat me awfully. You're going to be a cheater, a narcissist. You're not going to help with anything. You're going to make everything difficult for both me and her. And maybe there was karma we're clearing from another lifetime. And with that, we're going to learn how to identify those narcissistic traits in other people. We're going to learn how to identify red flags. We're going to learn how to stand up for ourselves. We're going to learn how to get really good about boundaries, get really clear. We're going to learn how to support ourselves without you. We're going to learn all of these things. And we made that agreement before we came in. And so it's all perfect. And when you have that type of mindset, there's no blaming. There's no, victim mentality because it was an agreement you made for your soul development. I know it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy. I know it's difficult, especially now as we're coming to the other side of this huge psychological experiment humanity had to endure with all of this forced agendas and how people so quickly turned on other people. And even though they might have been in fear, which turns off your ability to critically think, and thinking that they're promoting the right thing, when the veil was lifted, that maybe they didn't have the courage to come and apologize and say, my gosh, like I was turned into a monster during that. I'm so sorry. Even in that, you have to sit and think, I'm being guided. This isn't about me. This is my mission to evolve as a soul, but also to help others evolve. This is my impact on humanity. I came here for a reason. And maybe my reason is to go through these things, speak about it so that other people can realize they're not alone, and to help other people through it just by being who I am and sharing how I got through things. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone share an experience that was similar to mine and be so inspired by their attitude or how they got through something, just knowing I'm not alone and that there is a way forward and I can actually make it out of this thing. I'm not sure if you've had that experience, but I know that I have. And so I wanted to offer that to you. We don't know the whole plan, but I do know that sometimes it isn't all about us. Sometimes we're just here to show other people the way and to clear karma from lifetimes, for all we know. We don't need to know the answer. Sometimes I get people that book private sessions and they go, I want to know about my past lives. I don't do that type of work. I mean, sometimes it organically comes up, but if someone asks me, that doesn't come up because it doesn't serve you. I'm focused on this lifetime. I don't do past life work. I'm not saying that you can't have those visions, because I have, mainly in breath work, where I had something come up. But does it mean much to me right now? No, it doesn't, because I don't remember that lifetime, and neither here nor there. How is that serving me today in this lifetime? So what I say is maybe that was it. Maybe it wasn't. I'll know when I leave this body. I might not know while I'm in the body unless I'm supposed to. So let me just focus on knowing that my soul came in to do a mission. I'm here to do that mission. Other people came in to do a mission. I'm focusing on mine and my mission on this planet and my daily guidance. If I'm following my daily guidance and following my daily intuition and not feeling like the world is against me or I'm a victim and all these things happening to me, what if it's happening for me? And what am I learning? What can I learn and what can I extract from every moment of every day in this waking life? And that is all I wanted to offer today. Let's go into a healing. You can uncross your arms and legs, focus on your breathing, and I will turn the healing on. Okay, and so it is. You can come back into your body. And as always, I appreciate you so much and thank you for your donations and your kind words and your support. I want to wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.